Not the normal place for the videos, but two updates. So, I had a big giant steak tonight, as I promised yesterday, and I wanted to open up a big red wine. So I decided the Recoltant Cab 2018 Coombsville. So I've had the Recoltant before, and I've talked about it before, and I have a case coming, but it's the regular Recoltant for sub $30, and it's nothing short of amazing and delicious. This one specifically is from Coombsville, Napa, so a specific AVA. I really do like this wine. Ironically, as much as it's supposed to be a higher level Napa Cab, it's either equal or just different than the base Recoltant, which is, it doesn't really say which AVA it's from. That one's got more unctuous fruit, more deliciousness. This has a little bit more elegance, but the problem with this, if anything, it's got a little bit of that green pepper thing going on. What's that other term they always use? But it doesn't matter. It really revolves around green pepper. And I recently opened up a wine I used to like, a Carmenere from Chile, single vineyard, and it was horrid. One of the worst wines I've had, the worst wine I've had in the last year. That's not true. Some of the Trader Joe's wines were just as bad. But this was bad, and you were chewing on the skin of a green pepper over and over. No fruit, no nothing, just all green pepper. I couldn't even drink it. So it was a dumper. 1.5 stars. Like, 1 is to me flawed, 1.5 is just undrinkable. First I added that 2, and then I put a 1.5 because it just was no good. $20-ish range, despised it. Carmenere is a tough grape, though. You know, the ancient varietal out of Bordeaux that nobody uses anymore, really, mostly in Chile, and that's where it's made a revival. They used to think it was Merlot because it had some similar characteristics, although this greenness of Carmenere, it is not attractive. Nobody wants it. I know sometimes a sort of a coffee element, you know, coffee bean kind of gets attributed almost to being green pepper. This was all green pepper. Undrinkable. I have the Purple Angel from Montez, which is a very expensive Carmenere. I've had it in the past. Used to be about 40-50 bucks, then went to 75-80. I have one. I haven't had it in a long time. Eventually I open it. Hopefully that Carmenere will prove to be different, but I'm sort of done with Carmenere as a grape in the lower tier of price. Why am I even talking about Carmenere? I guess because I talked about that green pepper here. Pyrazines is the word. Pyrazines. This has a little bit of pyrazine, but still mostly fruit, dark fruit, brooding fruit. It's not overly delicious, a little more elegant than the regular Recoltant, but I wouldn't say it's better. It's more money, not by a lot. I don't remember the price difference, the delta there, but see what I was on night 2. I think night 2, last time I had this, showed more green pepper. On night 1, I think in the video, I was really happy about this, really happy, but it started showing a little green pepper by the end of my dinner, and I suspect tomorrow might show more. We'll see. The Pinot Noir from last night is absolutely got that old world barnyard funk, and as much as that's something that sounds gross, disgusting, it isn't. It adds another layer to the fruit that's in there, the black cherries, the spice, the baking spices, the strawberry, the raspberry. It actually is pretty good. There's a umami mushroomy thing going on, a forest floor thing going on, and it does have a little bit of that barnyard thing, but it's more on the aroma. Again, it's not like you're in a barn, but it's got a little bit, and I call it stinky because that's the best way to put it. Just like a stinky cheese. You have one of those camemberts, triple cream brie, just some of those soft spreadable cheeses that have like a crust that sometimes you don't eat because it's a little bit pungent, but you eat the middle. It's very creamy, smells funky, but doesn't taste funky. has a delicious factor to it when you eat those cheeses or you spread it on something and you enjoy it. This kind of is what this reminds me of. I really believe this wine is wonderful for $29 and shows me absolutely the identity of the Hauts CdBeaune. So I looked up the 2018 vintage and 2019 vintage, and it's getting heralded as a monster, amazing vintage out of Burgundy. So it's a little homework I did yesterday. Fruit's there, a little bit of that barnyard's there, a little bit of that earthiness is there. I mean, this has absolutely all the Burgundian things I would expect. I would definitely not call this a Pinot from the New World, Pinot from the Old World, specifically Burgundy. This absolutely is calling to sense of place, speaks to the Pinot Noir from, I want to know if it was Côte de Beaune, Côte de Nuit, or where it was from. And those, I do not have that skill set to tell you which village, which place, and this isn't a specific village. Oh, it's just from Côte de Beaune, anywhere from Côte de Beaune. It could just be a compilation of grapes from various villages or vineyards. They just threw it together in the 2019 vintage and bottled it maybe through a cooperative or something else, but very, very enjoyable. Really enjoying it even more night 2 than I did night 1. It's just speaking to me about where it's from and how it should taste. So I appreciate it for being just that. So I did want to give that a little update. We'll see how the Recoltant Coombsville is tomorrow. Don't know what else will open with it. Not even sure what I'm doing for dinner tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for tonight. Have a good one.